Hi, this is Jake from Optimus Futures, and in this video, I'll be showing you how to customize your charts, including indicators and drawing tools on the Firetip trading platform. So first up, you will need to open up a chart. We do have one open already. If you don't, you can use the Open Chart button up here in the toolbar where my mouse is currently hovering over. You can also go through the trading matrix as well. Simply select the contract of your choice, enable it by highlighting it green, and then click on the chart window button here. And as you can see, it will automatically open up a chart window for you. So let's work with the ES chart that we do currently have on the far right of our screen. And at first glance, you will notice that there are 4 drawing tools readily available for you. There is the draw line, draw regression line, retracement line, and fan lines. And each of these do act as you may assume. So for draw line, we can draw a line however we like. Letting go, we'll draw that line. Now, by default on this platform, you'll notice that depending where I let go of my left click, as you see where the pencil icon is, it will actually extend it a bit further. If you do not like that feature, you can simply right click on your chart, go to edit line, and turn off auto extend line. That will remove that chunk of line that was auto extended. So if you're not a fan, just feel free to turn that off, but something to keep in mind. Now, anytime if you need to delete a drawing or you need to edit it, you can right click on that corresponding drawing. To delete it, simply right click, click delete line. Something cool to know, it does show you exactly when that was drawn and the date it was drawn at. Now, if you need to edit it, there's one of 2 ways. You can actually right click and edit that specific line, or for any single thing that is on a chart, whether it's a drawing tool or an indicator, you can come up here to the edit chart button, highlight the exact line or whatever drawing or indicator you're looking for. And as you can see, we have our line here. You can edit the color, you can edit the width, auto extend lines as I've just shown. We have channel lines. And if you do turn on those channel lines, you have offset points. So we'll delete this for now and continue to move on. Next up, we have regression lines, which are nice because they do automatically snap depending on where you draw them. So if I draw a regression line, for example, something looking like this, as you can see, it will automatically snap to the regression of the market. Again, if you right click and edit, we have auto extend lines again and add channel lines if we want. Moving on to the next tool, Fibonacci retracement lines. Again, the platform handles these quite well. It will snap into an area of the market it thinks is necessary. So if we start at the end of this line right here and draw our Fibonacci up to the according location, as you will see, we will get our different Fibonacci lines there according to the different levels. And again, we can edit it and we can actually adjust what retracement lines are shown. So moving this over, as you can see, they are a bit jumbled up just because I did choose a very small portion of the market. I'm not doing this for any rhyme or reason, just to show this off technical feature wise and just showing it as a demo. So if we want, we can actually disable that 50% retracement line, or we can customize our own percentages if we want. Clicking OK now, as you can see, it makes it a lot less jumbled up and much more organized for ourselves. Coming back to the edit button up here, the modify indicator section, as you can see, once again, we can adjust our colors, the line width. If you want, you can have labels here. If you don't need it, you don't have to. You can include scaling as well, or you can revert your line. If you want, as you may have saw, if you right click, you can actually flip your retracement lines to invert the percentages. Just something to keep in mind. As for our other drawing tool, we do have Fibonacci fan lines, or fan lines as they call them on this platform. Again, no real reason why I'm doing this, just to demo this feature off. And as you can see, we do have our percentages. So if you do want to edit these percentages, you can just simply come over to the modify indicator section, right click edit, or come up to the edit chart button. And again, you have pretty much the same percentages and the different levels as you would on the Fibonacci. Again, if you want, you can customize these to your liking. As you can see, I just drew 52%, although it's a bit hard to see because our indicator is showing 50. you can see there is that 52% line very close to the 50. Now let's move on to indicators. Indicators can be found directly to the right of the edit chart button. As you can see, we do have the option to add indicators or signals, and there is a ton pre-packed on this platform. Feel free to pause the video if you want to look at all the available indicators there are, or feel free to download the demo and try this out for yourself. So if we want, we can add an ADX indicator to our chart. We can specify what the ADX is for, show how many bars are within that ADX indicator. And then again, you have your typical line width and your different colors you can customize. Clicking OK will break down our chart here. And as you can see, we do have the 3 available sections: the original chart, the DI, and the ADX. If at any time you want to remove these, you can simply click the X on the right hand side of our chart. And as you can see, it did remove our indicator. Let's add one more indicator here. We can add Bollinger Bands. Again, we have a simple or a smoothing method. We currently have it on simple. If you want, you can change it to exponential. We have our different periods, standard deviations, how it's calculated, and again, we have our width and our different color schemes. Clicking OK here, as you can see, Bollinger Bands are now applied. And if we want another method of removing them, again, is just to right click this time and click delete. Just a few other options. You do have your cursor type here. So it is currently on a circle cross, and we do have price depending on our indicator. If you don't like the active cursor to show your price, you can turn that off. As you can see, it's blank now. And we do have our different arrow types, or our cursor types. So we can put on arrow if you like very precise, cross, or as we just had, circle cross. One more thing to keep in mind, there are crosshair options. These may come in very handy when you are drawing. So if you do like crosshairs on, feel free to click this drop down menu. You do have a show always on, which is nice. We can have show on button press. So if I left click, it will only then show my crosshair. And it does give me that little indicator of the different price it's at, the high, open, close, and the time. And then finally, we have how our crosshair displays, the display type. So we can put on a solid, as you see here. It's a bit easier to see. And then finally, the thickness of our line. But that just about wraps it up for chart customization, specifically adding drawing tools and indicators. If you have any further questions, feel free to post them in the comments down below or on our forum, which is community.optimusfutures.com. Feel free to like the video and subscribe if you found it helpful for more Firetip content. Thanks for watching. If this video helped, feel free to give it a thumbs up. If you have any further questions, don't hesitate to give us a call or send us an email. Follow us on Twitter, Facebook, and don't forget to subscribe to our YouTube channel for more informative content related to the futures market.